Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream from Rainwater Studios. It's Friday night, and have we got a show for you?
You took my line.
Oh, did I?
Now you can
Tell
read
them
your
more
next
about
line.
what we're doing, Mandy. All right. Tonight we have Take the Stage. And Takes the Stage is a wonderful program that Mandy developed, wherein contestants come in here and play one original songs before our lovely panel of judges, and you folks at home can vote and score these contestants as they play these songs for a chance to open for Dakota Curtis and the Dark and Gravy Bird at the Brown County Playhouse on August 26th.
You said all my lines again. You can keep going, I guess.
Why don't you tell them how to vote, Mandy? You can describe that process to them. Mandy has this lovely method she set
The
up.
link is in the comments and the description. Just click over there and follow along step by step.
Very good. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our lovely panel of judges. First-time judge, Mr. Barry Elkins, is stepping in as our third judge. He is the most colorful man I know. He's the spirit of music. He's a fine guitar, mandolin player, lead singer of the White Lightning Boys, alumni of the Indiana Boys. He's a life coach and a sparkling gentleman, Mr. Barry Elkins.
Yeah! Barry, in the house!
Happy to be here. I want to know how you get in on the Dakota Curtis picking thing at the Playhouse. I want to get in
This
on
is
that.
how you do it. Yeah, this is the way you do it, Barry. The Take the Stage program. Next up, Miss Amanda Webb. She is a classically trained vocalist, opera singer from IU Jacob School of Music. She runs her own band, the Amanda Webb Band. She teaches vocal lessons, and she's our lovely neighbor and a wonderful person. She is here
nice
to
to
specialize in vocal coaching for our contestants. Give them a little feedback. Make welcome Miss Amanda Webb.
Thank you.
And last, but certainly not least, my man, Eric Hamblen. He is our host judge. He'll be introducing each of the contestants this evening. He is a fine songwriter, and he runs his own band, Eric Hamblen, and South 44. Is that what we're calling these days?
No, it's Eric Hamblen Band now.
Just straight up, Eric Hamblen
We're
Band.
such good friends.
I know. I need to come out and see you.
That's true.
Or we need to have you in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Mr. Eric Hamblen.
Woo! Yeah!
Thank you, Keenan. All right. Am I supposed to just roll from here? No one cued me. Anyway. Hello, everybody. Welcome tonight to Rainwater Studios. It is Take the Stage, Mandy's wonderful creation that we've all been happy to be a part of. Before we get started, I always like to remind everybody, make sure you're sharing this with your friends right now. Go on there and on Facebook or YouTube or however you're watching it, go on there and share it with everybody so they can watch along with us. And we have a really good time, and they will too watching, I promise. And also remember, you can always become a patron here at Rainwater Studios by getting in. It's cheap, it's easy, it's fun, and you're going to get tons of content besides what you're going to see on the regular stuff. It's just amazing. So make sure
fun.
Make sure you, not with just us, just with streams in general.
Yeah.
It's not all about you, Amanda. But make sure you guys are doing that, and that always helps grow because it is music by the people here at Rainwater Studios, and don't you forget it. Where our first artist is getting ready, I'm going to announce him, and his name is Aries El Oso, right? I'm going to go with that.
No,
it's
guys.
Aries El Oso, right? Aries El Oso. It's made up, so who cares? Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I just kid. No, he plays all kinds of music. Looks like rock, country, R&B, and metal. That's cool. Participants in open mic nights. Does occasional schedule with gigs. Songwriter, and a singer. And plays out with a full band occasionally too. So you kind of do it all, don't you? Put your cans on, you'll be able to hear everything. It's right behind you on the speaker. Right?
He wasn't going to wear the cans. He was just
No, I can wear them. It's fine.
Maybe it's up to him. I just didn't know.
I'll wear them.
You put your hat on top of the cans.
I would definitely
Can I
go
put it on
with
top
that.
of the cans?
Yeah, put the hat on top of the cans.
I
See if that
fixed
works.
That was the
Those will
problem
work.
for a
Yeah.
long time.
I like it. That's a statement.
I like it.
It's good. I like that.
Nah,
Okay, seriously.
Bald is beautiful, brother. Live it up.
Bald is boss, man. Roll.
Yeah, I play in a band called Indiana Petty and the Wildflowers, which we're going to be
cool.
playing here in Brown County at the Country Wine. And then I have an original band, Aries, just a 3-piece band right now.
Awesome.
Too.
Very cool.
You have stuff on YouTube or anything like
I do post stuff on YouTube of my own stuff, and we have kind of like some short clips of the Indiana Petty stuff. We're about to do a promo video, and we're going to post that. And we'll be also playing at Books and Brew in Brownsburg. So I want to give a shout out to Nick Valentine because he always believed in me.
Cool.
So Indiana Petty, is that like Tom Petty?
It's a Tom Petty tribute band.
Nice. Very nice.
Nobody could have figured that out. Thank
I
you,
know,
Amanda.
I'm just being clear, like, you know.
Whew. Anyway, well, time is short,
Wouldn't you be
and
surprised?
we're ready to hear what you got. So,
Yeah.
Aries, please
Yeah.
take the stage.
Bring it.
Today is a new day. I start my life back again. The sun will rise, wash away these broken fears. Hello, my friend. I write this letter to you again. I know it's not easy to start this life back again. I tell you, my friend, I stand in the sun, I don't walk in the shadows. I ride on the road, shattered and broken. I stand in the sun, I don't walk in the shadows. I ride on the road, shattered and broken. And I will survive my the man, the mirror, staring right back at me. The sound surround, ringing, buzzing in my ear. Hello, my friend, I write this letter to you again. I know it's not easy to start this life back again. I tell you, my friend, I stand in the sun, I don't walk in the shadows. I ride on the road, shattered and broken. I stand in the sun, I don't walk in the shadows. I ride on the road, shattered and broken. And I will survive my I stand in the sun, I don't walk in the shadows. I ride on the road, shattered and broken. I stand in the sun, I don't walk in the shadows. I ride on the road, shattered and broken. And I will survive my There you go.
Awesome. Well, Aries, let's just get right to it. I think you got a good sound as far as like what you're promoting there. I like the way you're singing what you're singing. It seems believable.
Thank you.
I can tell you're feeling it. You got the hip thing when you play. It looks like it's hard to get rid of that, which I wouldn't. You look like you're having fun. That's the most important thing. My part of this is songwriting. They'll talk about vocals and instrumentals and stuff like that. But for me, it's a good song. I think, we all get trapped in this area where if we have a really good line that really means something to us, we tend to use it too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think you might have been in that in a couple spots. I like the wording that you're using in a couple spots because you got some really good lines that you could like, that sounded cool. I really like that. As far as when you're playing out, especially if you're by yourself, I don't know. Do you play solo ever?
I have it open mics, but now I don't.
Okay.
And I usually play electric too. So the way originally the song's a little bit different.
Okay.
Because I play in a full band.
Oh.
Sure, I get you. So you're just
wanna
as
hear
my
that.
if you plan on doing any more of that, where you're playing more by yourself without a rhythm section, I would try to steal away from some of those leads
Yeah,
because
that's what I was
it just opens it up for like, where am I at? It kind of just keeps you. Well, no, this is part about the songwriting. This is about songwriting. This is how songs are written with words and music and stuff. So, but anyway, all together, I think it's cool. I would probably work on it a little bit more as far as just getting it to be more solid and not so open and closed.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was pretty good, man. I like
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Ready for your vocal smackdown? Here it comes.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I want to say to you, you're avoiding your microphone. So you have a lot of subtlety and you have a lot of different feelings that you're getting across. And the whole time you're playing, you're like this to your microphone. So you're not loving your mic. So I'd love for you to be more into your mic. I understand the pull back of it, but and I know you need to do that for volume, but it would be really great for some of those subtleties. And the other thing is, I don't know if you're pushing hard because, so do you feel the song has and the emotion is that forceful and aggressive, or do you think you could give it some more subtlety in the vocals so that you can be aggressive at some points and pull back on others?
Yeah, I probably could do that.
I don't know if it depends on what you're going for with your song, but if it's possible to give it some subtlety in some places where you're kind of like even whispering into the microphone and giving your microphone a little bit of love, and then you're back here, and then you come back to it, and you're like, and then I feel like that could really make your listeners look. You've got really great diction. I understood every word, which was fantastic. And you're obviously very emotional, so you're communicating that really well vocally. So I'm really bad at going like all the good things first, and then like, oh, and here's your critique. So I just like go. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of good there. So, and I'm coming back to that. I also think that if you were a little bit more subtle, we get a little bit more tone out of your vocal quality, which I think it could go a long way if you gave it a little bit more tone. And there's a lot of spoken word, but I think you have a lot more tone in you that's just not getting out. And which is why, maybe it's because it's not with the band, or maybe it's because of the emotion of the song, or what have you. But I'd love to hear a little bit more tone, and I think you could get that with a little bit more subtlety. Eric's like, you're talking too much. Shut it down, Amanda. God. Tell you what, baby.
I think you gave him some good advice there.
It's
Let's see what
good
Barry
stuff.
has to
It's
say.
very good stuff.
Very good
Okay,
advice.
there you go.
Yeah, that's
That's my 2 cents. Take it or leave it.
I was going to mention the same thing he did. Like, whenever you go into a solo and you're by yourself, you pulled it off, but it's just hard to do it. That whole thing would be better, with
in the live,
a band.
when I'm in the band, we do a
Rhythm
lot
section,
of
yes.
it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, it was great.
Okay, he plays great. You play great. I can tell you play. You could probably rip on electric
I
guitar.
really loved the guitar work. That was bitchin'.
Thank you.
Awesome. Barry, done?
Yeah, I'm good.
All
That's
right.
all I
Well,
wanted.
Aries, once again, thank you for taking the stage here, and we can't wait to see what you do in the
Thank you
future.
all.
And
Thank you all very much.
thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, I want to come down and see you at the Country Heritage.
On the 15th, when we're playing there.
15th, okay.
15th.
July 15th, Country Heritage.
Well, that was awesome.
Under what name? What's the name?
That's under Indiana Petty.
Right, okay.
The live band there too.
Indiana
Awesome.
Petty.
Well, if you're going to tribute somebody, Tom Petty's a good one, man. You can do so many good things with Tom Petty. I love Tom Petty. Well, that was good. Good first start, I think. We have always. You're gonna eat Reese's. I see that. Okay.
Yeah, but we're not going to tell anyone.
Oh, well,
I
it's
know,
on
I'm
camera,
totally
so.
on camera, man.
No, it isn't.
Mm.
And she even dropped it on the floor, and I yanked her that off the floor with my foot. And you haven't even seen it.
I'm not sure what to do here, folks. I'm sorry.
Some?
No, I do not. I'm
Yeah, but
diabetic,
like-
trying to kill me. See how you are?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's been like with the whole band. It would've
Yes,
had-
exactly.
it would've had-
Yeah, and it's so hard to transition.
I
from
could
a
hear
full
it though. I was
band
hearing
to-
it in my head.
Oh yeah, totally. It's
You just ate that whole thing in one
luckily
bite.
I don't play lead at all, so I never have to worry about that. And I'm jealous because I can't, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah,
but,
you can. You just don't know you can.
Oh no, my fingers don't work that well.
Ooh, Barry will teach you how to overcome that.
Yes, I bet he would. All right, our next contestant is getting ready. About ready, I think. We good? All right. So our next contestant up is Scott McNew. Scott McNew, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Well, thank you for
I
being
looked
here.
and I thought it was Scotty McCready. I was really getting excited.
I
No,
wouldn't have been.
Scott
I like him
McNew.
better.
It's true. Okay.
You got a beautiful guitar there, man.
Hey,
you were telling us
thanks,
about it
man.
earlier. It's older than I am, man.
It's not
Yeah,
That's old.
Yeah,
How old
No,
is that
nothing's
baby?
as old as Barry.
71. Gibson
71.
ES
Gibson.
330.
So it says here you got a background in rock and roll, pop, American roots. Love music since you were a kid. Grew up performing with your family, like the Partridge Family kind of thing, or?
Yeah, we had a family van.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
That was
Oh,
great.
damn, that would have been so cool.
No, but Mom still does sit in with us on flute.
Oh, that's really?
Wow.
It's pretty awesome. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a flautist, huh?
We're going to be doing that at Flatwater Restaurant in Indianapolis the first Thursday of July
That's
and
so cool.
August both.
Can I ask how young your mother is?
She is 75 years young.
That is so
and
cool.
does a cartwheel on her birthday every year.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Well, I'd be dead by now because I couldn't. If I tried to do a cartwheel, it'd kill me. So, well, good for her, man.
I would like to videotape that if you ever decide to try it.
Oh yeah, definitely. You got up and coming artist and also regular on Denver's 99.5 FM in the mountain.
Oh yeah, it was a little. That was a little while ago when I lived there, but yeah, we had a little stint. This was the band Semi Giant that played in Denver,
Okay.
and yeah, we put out a CD there because CDs were still a thing.
Yeah.
And I had a single called "Other Side of Town" that got on the radio there.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, good for
yeah,
you,
yeah, it
man.
was fun.
All right, man. Looks like you're doing some solo stuff, singer songwriter stuff, playing out with the full band. You keep them busy then.
Trying to.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
man. This song is called "The Skillet Is Hot."
This is actually, you know what? You guys were kind enough to let me switch it.
Okay.
And this is called "Something to Believe." It's actually the title track off of my upcoming album.
Well, it
So
sounds much more
Solo album?
happy.
it's I play everything, but yeah, actually I play most of the stuff. But there's full instrumentation on a lot
Oh,
of the
okay.
songs.
Nice. Well, man, we
Yeah.
can't wait to hear it, Scott.
All right.
Scott McNew.
Please take the stage, my
Thank
friend.
you guys very much. I took the bus downtown to get to Broadway Station, pretend I'm on vacation. But my feet can never travel like my mind. I took the bus downtown to get to something real, not something I could steal. To trade my troubles in for someone else's. Great God Almighty, why do you fight me? Holy roller, south of the border, what do you know about me? If Jesus is coming, why are you running? Give me something to believe. I took the bus downtown to prove I could forget her. to see that I was better. Forgot we were the same on the inside. I took the bus downtown to get some inspiration from the prophet at the station. I give him $1 just to hear what he believes. Great God Almighty, why do you fight me? Holy roller, south of the border, what do you know about me? If Jesus is coming, why are you running? Give me something to believe. If Jesus is coming, why are you running? Give me something to believe. Thank you guys very much.
Scott, man, that was good. It's got a good rhythm to it. I really like the way you put it together. It's got those cool little breaks where you chop at the strings, you know. I like that part. Keeps it not so. I'd love to hear it actually on an acoustic guitar at some point. That'd be really cool, I think, with that kind of a version. It almost sounds like a story of someone who maybe did some herbal stuff and took a trip in the city. And
how were we together? Did I forget that you were there?
I'm a songwriter too, my friend.
Okay, all right. Same
I know where
page.
people get stuff.
A very long bus ride.
Very long bus ride.
Long bus
Yeah,
ride.
I
Lots
got
of stuff happened.
I liked the breakup. I liked the story was cool. It was it flowed well. I liked that, and you didn't overuse the chorus too much. What I did like the little, considering there's no. Basically, it was just like a verse, chorus, basically. And you had the break in the center of your like little breakdown there.
Yeah.
I would probably shorten that, move that second verse up closer, and then come up with a little bit of a bridge. Maybe even
nice.
play after the verse with a little bit of a play, then a bridge, and then do the chorus instead of doing the chorus and the bridge later.
Okay.
I would try something like that because it's almost a good enough feel and a good enough story. You want it to be longer,
Right.
you know, and it may not be a commercial radio song that needs to be 3 minutes and 20 seconds. You know what I mean? So I'd give it a little bit more and tell that story just a little bit more.
Very cool.
That's my
I
opinion.
Appreciate it. Yeah,
but I liked it. It was
definitely.
cool. Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
I get a white light. Yay, I can talk. Okay. I love it when you talk. Yeah, great. It was, I'm getting in the groove. I'm going to say all the good stuff first. It's really clear. Yeah, I learned from my first time. Sorry. It was really clear. Great tone. And I love your phrasing. You got some really nice long phrases, some really nice short phrases, which kind of breaks it up and for your listener. So things that I might like. I would love to hear you do this with more power.
Okay.
And I wonder if you dropped it a key, if maybe you could, you'd have some, it would walk about in your melody for your verses, but on your chorus you'd really be able to give it more power and give it some more force. So I don't know. I mean, maybe play around with keys and see what that might do for how it feels for you and how it sits vocally for you. But you seem to have a pretty good range, so I would think that you could. And this feels to me like it's a little bit higher in your range than I think you have more in you. So if you dropped it, maybe you could. That chorus would pop a little bit more.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. And then I think that would affect your dynamics as well. Like super easy. All of a sudden you'd have like a pop and a drop and you're,
Just the way I dance.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Pop and a drop.
Pop and drop.
Yeah, I was grooving on it. I was
grooving.
coming up with
That's
the melody
grooving.
in my head. I was hearing it in my head.
Oh, nice. Nice.
We may get a chance to try that here in a little bit.
I'm looking forward to that.
He'll groove
I
on
heard
you.
about the after picking session.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I came.
Cool.
That's right.
Barry, anything else?
No, that's it. I liked it.
How about a bit of life advice? Got anything, Barry?
Life advice?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't.
You are a
I
life
mean,
coach.
Look both ways before you cross the street.
Oh.
Don't take candy from strangers. Don't let your front porch swing, your kitchen sink. Keep your timber limber. Be a hard man to beat.
And there you go, folks. That's for not just for Scott. That's for everybody out there. That's right. Well, thank you, Scott, so much for taking the stage, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Don't let your timber limber. I kind of like that.
You're a hard man to beat.
I've never heard that one.
All right, so here's my problem.
Oh, boy. One of many. Yes.
Well, okay, so you can see me writing on here.
Yeah, but nobody can see that close.
Yeah, well, they're gonna like blow it up and look later
No,
and
they're
be
not
like,
gonna
she
blow
was
it.
so bitchy. Look what she wrote.
They're going to
about
say that
me."
regardless of what you wrote.
God, he's such an ass.
Hey, we don't cuss on
You
here.
have to,
Shut
Yeah,
your
that's
damn mouth.
against the rules.
No, man, good so far. I'm liking this young talent pool we have. Speaking of young,
Local and original songs too.
I know.
yeah.
somebody
That's all we do here.
All original,
all we do
baby.
here.
All
To pour
original.
your soul out. and be
All
vulnerable.
right.
Yeah, pouring your soul out. Thank
Kyle
you.
Riley.
Yep.
All right, brother. So welcome first of all. We appreciate you being here tonight. Did you have far to drive?
No. Yeah, 20 minutes.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that means you're a local boy. I
Yeah.
like that. Looks like you do country, Americana, regular gigs with a 3-piece band.
Yep.
And
Power trio.
previously featured on the stream. I thought I recognized you before, but I wasn't sure. Yeah.
You did the sound.
Yeah. You sounded wonderful, by the
thank
way.
Oh, you're not biased.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, sounded
The mix is
wonderful.
perfect.
The mix
Anyway,
was perfect.
hey, you just can't deny truth. Anyway, are you playing anywhere?
Josh
or
is gonna
are you
cut
out
you
anywhere like
off.
on YouTube or anything like that?
Yeah, so the 3-piece I play with, Maple Drive.
Maple Drive.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. We have a YouTube channel and we're on Facebook too.
Now, were you the one that used to live across the street?
No, that's Mike. That's,
Mike.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name. I was like, Mike. Okay. The guy in his band used to live across the street from us when he was a
okay.
kid. Anyway.
MapleDrive.com.
Maple Drive, guys. Check them out.
Or Maple Drive on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you got stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And how long have you been playing yourself?
Playing probably since high school.
Writing?
Yeah. Writing probably the last 3 years or so.
Oh, really? So you're pretty new to it then?
Yeah. Pretty
Well, that's
new
cool,
to it.
man.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love when people get out and start writing their own music. I mean, I'm a songwriter myself, and of course
Liberating.
we all do it, and it's just
Well,
really
not
cool
we
when
all.
people, no matter how it turns out, I always tell people, if it's what you want, keep it, because nothing we say matters if it's really what you want, and that's what I'll tell that to all the contestants.
Amen.
Because if you're writing it, it's meant for a reason, but you can always critique and change and move things around and then go back to the way it was originally. It's good to test things out and play around like that.
sure.
But the song is Silently Shout.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, I'm excited to see you, and please take the stage.
Okay.
You always seem to suffer alone. You might turn the key, but you're never at home. But you can recognize how you wanna be, but you are crushed with anxiety. 'Cause you never wanna burden others with your struggles. Their weight is heavy enough without adding in your troubles. So bottling it in seems to be the best route, making everyone believe you are strong as you silently shout. You learn how to cope as you fight who you are. But those
tracks can only lead you so far. Eventually you'll break down like a train. Your steam will run out as you try to stay sane. And asking for help would be the best choice. No matter how hard you try, you just can't find your voice. 'Cause you never want to burden others with your struggles. The weight is heavy enough without adding in your troubles. So bottling it in seems to be the best route, making everyone believe you are strong as you. Silently shout at the top of your lungs, begging Jesus to save you from what you become. As you shout at the top of your lungs, but you always end up just biting your tongue. You always seem to suffer alone. You might turn the key, but you'll never home.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle. So a couple things, and I'm going to touch into my friends' spaces just a hair.
What?
Um,
Such a jerk.
I know, I can't help
He's
it.
been stepping on toes all night.
I
know,
love
he's been
I
stepping
love the
on
way
Barry's
that
toes
hey,
all night.
you're
We can't
taking my
let him
seconds
keep
here.
Speaking first. He's screwing it
I
all
love the
up.
way the song starts. Just the sentence itself, the first few lines, just it's beautiful, it's haunting, and it pretty much stays in that pocket the whole way. And that's where I was going to touch on the vocals, is only because.
What?
Hold on, this is about the songwriting. What you're saying is so tender and so haunting that I don't know if it's just the way you sing or if it's because of that.
Yeah.
What you've written, you're pulling back on your wording just a little bit, and it's hard to understand a few of those lines. A few of the less. Well, you can disagree. Your turn. But for me, it was like your diction was just hard. And but like I said, if that's what your song is telling you to do, that's what your feelings telling you to do, then keep it. That's why you're trying to pull it over. But other than that, pretty much everything else I really liked. I liked the breakdown, the way you have verse, chorus, bridge, half chorus, the end, then the little line. That was really cool. It's got a really soft melody to it. It's really cool. It goes along with it really well. I mean, I really do dig the song. I just wish there was a few of the just ending words that I could understand just a little bit more clear. I think if you drop your jaw a little bit, says it was a little clear, I think you'll get your point across a little bit more emotional.
Red light.
And other than that, I'm still within my time. I'm not over like you.
I'll give you back to
But no, it sounded really good, Kyle. I really
the
appreciate it.
spotlight's on me. It's my turn now. Ugh.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Thank you.
It was really, really
We now
neat.
recognize the gentle lady from Indiana.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, seriously, that was really beautiful.
Gentle lady.
It was extremely heartfelt, and I really loved all the emotion, and your diction's great.
Except for those few words.
Yeah.
Your diction's fabulous.
Quit looking at his diction. Jesus, you're a married woman.
Great dynamics, great tone. I don't know what else you do when it's an upbeat tune or what you have to do, but for this, I think it fits exactly perfectly, and I wouldn't change much because, I mean, you've got tone where you need tone, you pull back, and you're at a whisper when you need a whisper. I thought it was perfect, and I thought it was great. I did.
I'm with you.
Thank you.
For sure. I
Yeah,
liked it too.
that was really yummy.
Yeah.
Give me something else so I can rip you apart, man.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna stop there. I'll stop while I'm ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grow that beard out. You look
That was
silly.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I could get it like you, I would, Eric.
Yep, I was feeling it too. I was hearing my part on there. Yep.
Barry likes other people's music and wants to imagine him playing on it. That's what he means by I can hear my part on that, which is a compliment because he's a very good musician. So
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Awesome.
What's that?
Life skills advice.
Life skills advice. How old are you?
32.
You married?
I am.
Got kids?
Yeah.
Good.
That's good enough.
Well, I can tell you right now, if everything you set out to do, if you make sure that your partner's happy, she'll keep you for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she's watching. So
happy
she's
life,
like that,
happy
I'm sure.
wife.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool that she's watching because you were telling me before the show how she always supports you
Yeah.
and how she's the most beautiful woman you've ever
we
seen,
had
and
that
you owe me that $20. And but no,
Okay, yeah.
Kyle, we appreciate you so much, brother. Good job, man.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
That's one thing a lot of people don't realize is what the wives have to put up with.
It's true.
Yeah.
I would be both.
I
the
don't know about
wife
that.
and the one that he has to put
Well, what
up
do you
with.
do when your wife's perfectly happy then? Because you're amazing, and she's amazing. So we're just.
I'm seeing
amazing.
some eyes coming from the.
I'm saying we're amazing together. Like I wasn't amazing before I met her.
He just flipped that. Don't you love it? Judy's
I do a
on.
flip every year on my birthday too.
Oh.
That was a callback, people. That's what in the comedy world. That's what that's called. But hey, by the way, guys, don't let me forget to tell you that if you don't understand this, you've never seen this before, because I know I shared it, a bunch of people did. So if you're watching for the first time, I know they talked about it at the beginning, but these artists are all these artists and the next artist next month are all vying for the position of opening a show at the Brown County Playhouse. And let me tell you, I've done it before. It is an amazing feeling, and I want to say good luck to all the contestants. And be honest with your scoring, and please go and score. If you're listening, go score, and it's fun because it really helps out. So, and a big thank you to Keenan and Mandy here at Rainwater Studios for all
here's
they
the
do.
question.
Let's give them a big round of applause real quick for your question.
Mandy!
So, Keenan, Mandy, can all the contestants go on and vote for themselves after this filming is done?
Everyone
not?
can submit a score. It's not actually where you go and you vote for one person. You go through all six of them and you score them all from 1 to 10.
So they can each score themselves 10 and everybody else 1, right?
Yeah, they can. But they can do it once.
He's like, that's
And we
not
catch
fair.
the
I'm like, you're right,
duplicates."
it's not, but
Amanda would think of that.
but I'd be like, man, this is a
They're not the
dog-eat-dog
ones
world.
It's not
it.
politics. All right. Well, we're
He's
gonna move
look,
on.
he's already such a great guy. He's like, I would not do that.
We're gonna move on to this young
I'll give him
feller up here,
twos.
Aiden Brown. How you doing, buddy? Everybody give
Great.
a
How are
big
you?
applause for Aiden Brown.
Thank you.
Welcome for coming on the show. It says here you play country and folk, heavy inspirations by Appalachia and Hills, Kentucky. Your gigs last month, solo singer-songwriter, plays out with a full band. So you do it all, huh?
Yeah, definitely more solo, but yeah.
You do more solo. That's cool. I've just kind of taken on that role, doing a lot more solo stuff here lately too, and it's fun. It's easy. It's you don't have to carry around everything and worry about everybody else being on time. That's for sure. How long have you been playing?
That's a hard question because longer than I can remember.
Okay.
I think last time I talked to my parents, maybe 6 or 7 years on guitar.
How old are
for
you?
sure.
Can I ask?
18.
You're 18?
Yeah.
I knew you looked young, but I didn't want to, be facetious.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man.
What I'm
Thank you.
talking about.
I'll tell you, man, there's nothing better than seeing young people doing music because we get so much from young people, their opinions and their ideas, and that also means if you've been playing that long, you're opened up to all the greats and listening to what they do and your influence. So it's really cool that you're doing it, man. You got anything on YouTube or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got quite a lot of stuff on YouTube, a lot of social medias, and actually just got an EP out on everything. So that's called Cross Rivers Over Valleys. Kind of got that
All right, cool.
folk feel to it, and that's all on YouTube as well.
See, that's the one thing you guys as younger do have an advantage because you guys are so used to using the social media that it's like second nature. Where for us,
struggle
we're
with
like,
it
did
more."
anybody put that online? So.
Speak for yourself.
Well, tonight you
man.
got you're doing Find You Tonight, right?
Yep.
Tonight
Yeah.
you're doing Find You Tonight. Okay, that wasn't confusing. Well, cool. Aiden, please take the
Cool.
stage. Buddy.
Thank you. This sound on the front door, letting you know you're home. Cigarettes on the back porch, still raising the smoke. It's been a few years now since I've been on the run from my days of raising hell done. I've seen every stretch of highway, but I know every river in this old town. So I'm throwing down my keys and laying down my feet in a house that lays beneath the trees. I've had enough of heartland skies, just growing up, growing right. My tank's on empty, but I still drive, 'cause I'm still trying to find you tonight. There's something about those hills in the spring, makes a slow southern day feel like home to me. But now you're gone, and the only things I've left is the town where we first met, and a mountain that sit on it. I've had enough of heartland skies, just growing up, growing right. My tank's on empty, but I still drive, 'cause I'm still trying to find you tonight. There's a sign on the front door letting you know you're home. Cigarettes on the back porch where you used to smoke. It's been a few years now since I came back home, so here's to missing you alone. Thank you.
Yeah, Barry, go first,
Kid.
man.
You wrote that?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's all I can say is wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He writes like he's been writing for 20, 30 years.
Yeah, how can you write that? You're done raising hell. You're only 18. How do you...
It was 17 was a long year.
Well,
That's good.
dude,
answer.
I am so not done raising hell, and I got more years of raising hell to go. So I hope you're not done. I hope you're not done.
Wow.
Well, I'll just jump in there and we'll touch up on their stuff.
Oh, wait, I get to go next because I'm in the middle. It's my turn. Okay.
Go.
I love it. I loved your tone.
Thank you.
You've got a great tone. I also would suggest perhaps trying that down on maybe in a little bit of a lower key, only because I sense you have a hell of a lot more agility in your voice. You can do more runs, which are exceedingly popular in this genre. And being able to, you started to add a few and then you backed off. And I don't know if it's because you haven't thought about those kind of additives, or if you're just not interested in adding them. If you don't want to, don't try it. But I think it stylistically would fit, and it would make the ladies crazy.
Oh, that's going to happen anyway.
That's going to happen anyway, right? But I think you could, I think you've got it in you, and I think to add it, those little flares could add a lot to... It would add a little Ed Sheeran style to what you're already, your country boy glow that you've got going on.
Yeah, my mom will like that.
Yeah, she would. So, and I can hear it already in your voice. So I know you've got the agility there. It's just you're not actually doing it on purpose or not on purpose. So it would be kind of fun to throw a little of that in. And you got great range, great top power.
Look at the light.
Got great range, great top power. I love the dynamics. And the song structure was so great because I love the way that I love the stops. The stops were great. Because they were really effective emotionally. And now I've stepped on Eric's toes enough that I'll let him speak now.
Thank you so much.
Start my clock again, Commissioner.
I yield the balance.
I yield the balance of my time. Aiden, you're very good. You got a lot of confidence, and that's amazing. Being so young, you can tell you've been doing this a long time. You have a writing style that is young enough to sound like new country, yet you have an old soul that kind of makes it bring back the old kind of country from the 90s, which is really cool because that's my jam too. So some of the lines that you had, the rhyming structure you had, some of them I just like maybe 1 out of 4 in that second verse where the last part was something about going down to the trees. That line that had the trees in it, I can't remember exactly what it was now, but you could probably work on your rhyming structure there a little bit. It's a little rushed trying to get to that rhyme. Sometimes a rhyme is perfect when it needs to be there, and sometimes if it doesn't have to be there, find an alternate word that doesn't make you rush to it.
Ball breaker.
I'm trying to make him a little bit better. Not that he needs much help. He's really good. I think the change-ups were good that you did in the instrumental there. The way it would sped up, it slowed down, sped up, so that definitely kept me listening. It sounded great. The length was good. It could be commercial. I liked what you're doing, brother. Keep it up. Yeah, man. Once again, let's give it up for Aiden Brown, everybody.
Oh, I got some life advice for you, kid.
Life advice.
Never buy a car in the rain, and always take her for test drive before you get married. I mean, no, it's the other way around.
Take her for
Barry, could you offer a bit of advice with the
did.
ladies for Aiden? Did you?
Yeah, he just did that. And just so you know, your mic's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we were over here confused for a moment.
Okay. Just letting you know before you say something about Amanda.
We're going to say goodbye now. See you later, guys.
You got it made in the shade. You won't have to worry about the girls. I can tell you that now.
Yeah.
Well, except how to beat them
You'll
off.
you'll have your choice there, son. No. You'll have your pick of the litter.
Maybe he doesn't want the pick of the litter of girls. You can't be judging like that
That's
nowadays.
litter, man. He doesn't want trash.
I didn't say it was.
Maybe you like some.
Man, I tell you, we got some good contestants tonight.
Woohoo! It's my man Steve.
I like that guitar.
Wide. Oh, I guess I need these.
There you go.
It would help.
Yeah, for me.
For you, yeah. We're good with it either way.
Well, he's the only one here tonight that I know.
All right. Now I can hear something.
Well, Barry knows you. That's not saying good things.
That's not good.
Not many people do. I play the walls and fireplaces.
Bull. I've seen more.
Not true, dude. Not true.
Do you know the difference between in-laws and outlaws? The outlaws are wanted.
Right. I get that. I'm divorced by like 3 years, Barry.
Oh, my goodness. Well, tonight we have Steve Hickman, everybody. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Hey, all right. Glad to be here.
Steve Hickman is no stranger to Rainwater Studios, but this is his first time on Take the Stage. And Steve considers his background style freestyle, which I get that because you do play a little bit of everything, rockabilly to country to rock and roll. And
yeah, I'd say classic countries and rock and roll are my favorites.
Yeah.
Southern rock.
A gig last month, you're solo. You do gigs every month, I know. Solo singer-songwriter stuff, play with a full band, which sounds great. I've seen him out live.
Yep, hard
played
night.
on the same stage, man. Yeah. What do you got going on this week?
This right here, and then next week we are doing Richard's Brick Oven Pizza with Frank Dean.
Cool. Frank Dean? Oh, really?
Frank
That's cool.
Dean, and then on the 7th of July we are doing Grillers.
You've been playing a long time. This one's the newer one called Hell of a Ride, right?
Yep, this one's called Hell of a Ride, and I think from a lyrical standpoint anyway, and melody, it's one of my favorites I ever written.
Well, that means a lot, because I've heard some of yours. They're really good. All right, Mr. Steve Hickman, please take the stage.
We take flight on the aimless wind, sail the ocean where we rise and fall again. We're always wild-eyed and hanging on tight, 'cause there's a light one hell of a ride. A long journey full of twists and turns. And survival is something that over time we earn. Sometimes it's sweet dreams, sometimes it just blows your mind. 'Cause man, this life is one hell of a ride. And when lonely comes to call, you're shuttered up inside. But when love stops by, oh, you just can't hide. You know that heart was made to feel, your eyes were made to cry. And this life is one hell of a ride. Staring out a windshield, well, we all have a different view. And the road ahead ain't the same for me as it is for you. It's beautiful and it's ugly. Well, it's easy and it's tough. And the only thing that can soothe the pain is love. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry. This life is one hell of a ride. Sometimes you fly so high that you think you'll never come down, and the lows feel like you're already dead, 6 feet underground. At times you'll ask yourself, why, oh, why? 'Cause this life is just one hell of a ride. Passes by at the speed of light. If you don't grab on and hold on tight, it's a bullbuck in the gate and a rider that just can't wait. May the last day of your life be a sunny drive in a 55, yeah. Man, this life is one hell of a ride. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry. 'Cause this old life is one hell of a ride. All right.
Beautiful.
All right, Steve. Okay.
I get to go first because I haven't gone first yet.
Ladies
Just wanted
first.
to talk. I just wanted to talk, Steve. You have a really iconic sound. I love your voice because it's gritty. It's baritone. There are like no baritones singing. Like it's hard to find a baritone. And you've got this gritty baritone sound, and you kind of gravel it out, but yet you're the only singer that we've had here tonight that has any kind of vibrato when you have a sustain, which is saying a hell of a lot. That means you're vocally, you've got a lot of grit, but you have a ton of agility in life, like in your voice, which is like those two things generally don't go together. You either gravel out or you have vibrato, but you don't have both, and you have both, which is
Thanks, Amanda.
that's really special. Sorry, I just love you. I love you, Steve. I have like nothing bad to say.
Well, it's a long way coming. There's a lot of hard work in that voice, and it is a tortured baritone. It's hard being a baritone and finding a way to be appealing.
Well, you found it. It's good. I like it a lot.
I do too. And he won't get but 2 or 3 words out, and you'll know who it is. Like
I
Johnny,
know,
when
right.
Johnny Cash starts singing, you know it's him.
You know it's him. Yeah.
Or Merle or Waylon or any of them.
Yeah.
Means you
get
got
3
some
words
timber.
out. And
I told you that a
long.
long time ago. First time I heard you sing. It was right here in this room.
Thank you, Barry.
So I would probably cut the intro about halfway.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be that long. Those words are so good. Get to them.
Gotcha.
It's got tons of feeling. The word structure, the way you play with the rhythm and the rhyme together is really good. There might be 1 or 2 words I would have chose differently, but it's not my song. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
And you're writing from a place of your feeling, and that's where you're coming from. Me personally, I would that last verse or I couldn't tell if it's the bridge or a verse, and I couldn't tell if it's the chorus that you've changed the words to, except for the last tagline. I wasn't sure.
It kind of is
Okay.
a blend of that.
That bridge, I would cut that in half. It's really cool. Everything you say is awesome, and I wouldn't know what to cut if you asked me because it's really everything's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
But that one point of the song, I thought that song needs to end right there because you said all that you need to say, and it's
I think I'd
commercial length. But when you're coming up with such great rhymes, it's hard to stop. I know I've done it. My songs, I've had 5.5-minute songs. It's like I don't
get
want
it.
to stop.
You can go overkill. Yeah.
But I think you could probably take that bridge and that last chorus and structure that just a little different, maybe cut 10 seconds, 15 seconds
Sure.
off of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a much more viable commercial sounding song at that point. And
Right.
it's just, it doesn't feel, I mean, it's a beautiful song, no matter how long it is, but
It is long.
As
I
far
agree.
as the songwriting goes, I think you did great. Your playing was good, of course.
Thanks, sir.
And, I think your voice is awesome. And
Appreciate
sounded great, brother. Anything else, Barry?
No, I love him. He knows that.
All right. Well, appreciate you so much, Mr.
Thank
Steve
you,
Hickman,
guys.
everybody. Amazing talent we have tonight. We're so happy. We're happy that you guys are here joining us watching tonight, too, here at Rainwater Studios on the Take the Stage, brainchild of Mandy. Mandy is an amazing person that does amazing things here at the
underrated.
studio. Very underrated. Most people are like, I really like Keenan's studio. And I'm like, you have
Mandy
no
does all the
idea
work.
how little he does.
Yeah.
He literally comes in here and just shows off. And look what I changed. Look what I changed. But Mandy's the one that gets it all
She's
done.
the glue, baby. She's
And,
the glue.
No, they're both amazing people, but Mandy is very underrated. She's an amazing person, not by him.
Well,
He
they're
always
an amazing person and a half.
always gives her credit that she deserves. But it is a brainchild. This is a brainchild of Mandy's, and I really think it's really cool. If I wasn't a judge, I'd want to be on here doing it myself. Just because it's such a cool opportunity for artists of not just Indiana either, or local.
We should talk
it's
about
all
that.
over the
Like,
place.
so we can participate. We probably need,
We're going to do that here in a little bit.
3
aren't
Joker
If we were both
judges.
participating, Amanda, you wouldn't have a chance. The point is,
Wow.
that was harsh. I should have said that.
Throw down.
She's really good too. I'm just kidding.
Throw down. Here we come. Here we come. We're gonna have
All
a
right.
throw down in a little bit.
Let's get going
Oh, yeah,
here.
Your wife told me I shouldn't do that.
You stop hitting me. I'm calling the police.
I was told.
Next up, we have Marla Joe Ham. Everybody give it up for her right here. Marla's an amazing bluegrass, American folk, craziness, gospel. I don't even know what that word is. Whatchamacallit. That's what it is. I should have known that because I love those candy bars. But anyway, she does a lot of open mic nights. Matter of fact, you're like the opener for open mic night almost every Wednesday down at Brown County Inn, right?
First and third Wednesdays.
That's right. You guys need to make sure you come and see her at one of those to hear a lot more of her original songs. She does a good job, has a real cool way of doing it. You've had a lot of good opportunities, and you've been playing for a while. How long have you been playing for?
About 34 years.
34 years. So you've crafted your craft. Is that how
Every
you say
day.
it? Every day. And you do play just about every day, don't you?
I do.
That's right. Well, that's the only way you can get good at it. And you take time with your original songs, and I really like the way you do that. I've heard a few of your original songs, and you every time you play them, you'll say, "I'm working on it," and it's how it should be. You know, it's never finished when it's your original. So
That's right.
Well, Marla, and this song's called "A Dirt Road," right?
It is.
All right. Well, we can't wait to hear it.
Awesome. Thank
Please
you.
take the stage.
Thanks for having me. Find an old dirt road, a dusty old dirt road. Memories are tugging at every end. Let it all go and free it in the wind. Somewhere on a dirt road, something about a dirt road. Something about an old dirt road. Getting rid of that heavy load, freeing the mind, the peace the soul will find, leaving all the dust behind. Every inch and every trial, it's never crowded along. The extra mile on a dirt road, something about a dirt road. Life is a spin, like dust in the wind. Feeling free, finding peace again. Watch it all go and find your inner soul. Somewhere on a dirt road, something about a dirt road. Something about an old dirt road. Getting rid of that heavy load, freeing the mind, the peace the soul will find, leaving all the dust behind. Every inch and every trial, it's never crowded along. The extra mile on a dirt road, something about a dirt road. Find yourself a dirt road, an old country dirt road. Leave it on a dirt road. Find peace on a dirt road. Something about an old dirt road. Getting rid of that heavy load, freeing the mind, the peace the soul will find, leaving all the dust behind. Every inch and every trial, it's never crowded along. The extra mile on a dirt road, something about a dirt road, something about a dirt road. Thank you. About lost my headsets.
Sounds like you're almost out of breath.
Oh, I'm good with that though. Yeah, you're right.
All right. So to me, it almost sounds like a hymn, like an older, like bluegrass hymn. It's got a lot of the repetitiveness to it, and the way you go up and up and up and then come back down. It just reminded me of that. I don't know why. I kind of like those. I like those old hymns. As far as the composition, I would try to try to come up with a new way lyrically to say the dirt road. You say it a lot in those one lines. And it almost gets to the point where it's almost like, did she forget the real words and she's trying to think of them, so she just keeps saying the same thing over and over? And the only reason I say that is because it just doesn't feel like the complete song. It feels like there's more of a story there to be told, because your chorus is good and it tells the story, but your verses aren't really telling anything other than just getting you from one chorus to the next. And that's just my opinion, but I would try to put some more vocals or put some more lyrics in there other than just so many dirt roads. Here on dirt road, there on a dirt road, everywhere on dirt road, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You want to bring up a little bit more of a story in those sections. But the chorus was cool. It's got a good rhythm to it. Like I said, it reminds me of one of those old hymns I just love. So, yeah, I liked it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Marla.
Hi, Amanda.
I see you at the open mics. This is so great. I get to see you. Okay. So I'm going to tell you all the good things first, which is you've got great, amazing diction. You've got a huge amount of power. And for a woman, that's really, you come across super strong, which is really great. So that brings me to, if there was one thing that I could do to change, I feel like you have a lot of tension in your throat that's not letting your power out because you have a really good support. And I can tell that because you've got so much volume, which means you're getting the air out. But I feel like there's like a block in your throat that keeps it from being completely resonant for you. And like it's holding you back a little bit, so it's holding back your power. So I'd love to find a way to release a little throat tension so that you could really bounce that sound. Because right now your sound is powerful, but it's a little. It's not as full and resonant as it could be. I don't know how else to say it, but it could be huge. Like you've got a lot more in you that I would love to hear come out. So that's all I'd say. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Good job. I like your guitar. Is that old?
Thank you. No, it's kind of new to me. My son gave it to me as a gift about 1.5 years ago and told me to put everything else I owned away and play this.
Good
I took the orders.
Take the advice. Yeah. Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Yeah, it looks like an old guitar.
All right. Well, we're going to throw it back over to Keenan and Mandy, I think. And once again, we want to say thank you so much. Did the other person show up? Yep. Then Marla was our last contestant tonight. Want to say awesome. Thank you so much from all the contestants. You guys did a great job. Thank you so much. And big thank you to Barry for filling in. He's going to be doing next month too, so it's going to be cool to have him back here. Thank you guys from the judges here. Thank you so much. Mandy and Kaden.
All right. Thank you to all of our judges as well for showing up and helping us out with this, and to all our participants. If you're interested in doing this, we still have several slots open for episode 2. So I'll post the link again on our Facebook page, but it's on there. You just go, fill out an application. We'll reach out. The next one is on July 21st. You are auditioning for the opening spot at the Brown County Playhouse, August 26th. Featuring Dakota Curtis in the Dark and Gravy Bird and some exciting surprises that we're probably going to roll out in the next few days. Voting for tonight's show stays open for 1 week, so you have until Thursday at midnight. Please only vote once. I know so many of you tried to vote multiple times, and I deleted them all. So please just vote once. Makes it easier.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Mandy, for putting all that together. It's really an amazing thing that you're doing, and I certainly would not do it without you because it's a lot of work. And yes, once again, thank you to what we've been calling judges for coming out. Maine and I chatted about that before the show, and I forgot, and I called them judges. These are mostly like what do you say, a committee of your peers?
Critique list.
These are your peers in local songwriting and
impartial
in
jury.
Music, and they're our good friends.
We're
not
being
trying to
a
put
little
them on a
judgy.
pedestal, not trying to put them on a pedestal. But we do value their opinions. They're great people. Once again, thank you, folks, for coming out. Next Friday, we will have King B and the Stingers live here in the studio. If you're a patron of Rainwater Studios, please reach out and RSVP for your seats here in the studio. We have some seats left. We'll be opening that up as it gets closer to time to more folks, but we want to give those top-tier patrons first call. It's lovely to have you guys here in the studio with us, and King B and the Stingers is a show you don't want to miss. We have a lot of great shows coming up, and we'll keep you in tune to those moving forward. For now, we just want to thank all the contestants for coming in. It was a great night of music, and we got to meet a lot of cool new people. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch up with you next week with King B and the Stingers.
Yay!